Welcome to Beyond the Datasheet. I'm Dan Pelton, Automation Engineer for Kendall Electric. In this video, I'm going to show you a straightforward way to make an HMI remotely accessible. If you already have a PanelView Plus in your system, this gives you additional functionality with minimal setup and no extra software to buy. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take content from here, move it to a mobile device here. Let's get started. So with your application open in FactoryTalk View Studio for Machine Edition, you'll want to go to Application and Viewpoint Administration. When the console opens, you have the ability to choose which displays you want to web enable, also which one's going to be your initial display. For this example, I'm just going to leave them all enabled, and we'll have that initial display as my main screen. Next, you're going to want to choose Publish Displays. What this does is it prepares these screens and changes them into a mobile version. Now that the displays have been published, we also have the ability to go into some security settings. Here, if you go into your secure displays, you can enable application security and actually enable writing and viewing of screens by individual users. We won't do those settings for this example. Also, we can enable writing. By default, the behavior is for read-only permissions, so you have to use some caution and use some best practices and consider what enable writing would do for FactoryTalk ViewPoint, because you'll be interacting with a web browser just as if you were in front of a panel. We'll leave those unchecked by default, and then we'll just save this application. So next we can go back to Publish Displays to Web and then close our FactoryTalk Viewpoint administration. Now that FactoryTalk Viewpoint has been configured, we can go to Application and create our runtime application. Because we've set up FactoryTalk Viewpoint, you can see that Include Viewpoint Content has been enabled and checked. We can go ahead and save our runtime application. If your application has multiple languages, you can include whichever languages you need. We'll include English and Finnish. So now that the runtime application has been created, we need to transfer that to our terminal. We're going to do that with Tools, Transfer Utility. All right, choose the MER that we just created and our terminal and say Download. Now that the application is running on our PanelView Plus, we can access it from any web browser connected to our control system. You can access FactoryTalk Viewpoint by typing the IP address of the panel view, followed by FTVP, FactoryTalk Viewpoint. Keep in mind that the panel views support one viewpoint connection, meaning that only one web browser can access the viewpoint content at a time. If you ever need a quick and easy way to enable HMI remote access, FactoryTalk Viewpoint is already at your fingertips and it's simple to set up. It's just one more tool you can count on, shared for experts by experts.